How about now? This thing on? Jesus. I gotta turn off this monitor at my ear. Edward! I'm glad you're here to listen to me fumble through my words as I try and remember how to turn this monitor off. Ooh. Ugh. What? Why is that off? And I can still hear myself. Bull. Good to be back. Need to turn this. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was listening to the stream mix, and that's why I could hear myself. I'm a moron. Okay, so I have a question while you're here. Yes, yay, technology. Always so freaking great. Um, I'm going to go. Hmm. Actually, I'll just add this as a source. I noticed the last time I was doing a stream that I was very, very quiet. And I don't want to be. I want to match this here. So turn yourself down or turn me down. And I'm going to start this music because I want to be as loud as this music is. How do I say this? I want my microphone and maybe the gameplay, I guess, to be as loud as this music is because that was what I was testing it with. And I don't think I'm there yet. Does that make sense? Stop turning off the AI, you dumb thing. Okay. All right. Here, I'm going to put this in. So here we go. Okay. I want to be basically on par with this music. Not too quiet, not too loud. I want to be right around where that music is. Am I somewhere close? Do I need to turn myself up? Pull me down? Okay, I can do that. Maybe. New technology, so much more fun than old technology. All right, I'm going to turn my microphone down a little bit here. All right, we went down 2 clicks. Is that enough? Is that smidge enough, or do I need to smidge a little bit more? I wish there was a way to like, maybe 2 more. Okay. 2 more smidges. All right, we're down 2 more smidges. Barely notice the difference. All right, we'll do 2 more on top of that. So now I've gone down 4. I want to be somewhere close. Because what I'm trying to find a happy medium here is I don't want people that like happen to stumble into me or whatever to be so quiet. I don't want to be so quiet that they have to turn everything up. And God forbid they actually continue watching me and then switch to another channel and then it blows their eardrums out. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to be somewhere comparable with what I feel like would be a normal volume. I'm close. Definitely not quiet. Okay. But the music is not drowning me out either. I mean, I could turn the music down. That was just... Let me turn that down. We'll drop that a little bit. Ugh. I don't know how people listen to themselves in their ears. Like, even with this microphone that's supposed to do things faster and me being plugged directly into the microphone, music goes loud and it gets quiet loud. Yeah, okay. Well, I turn the music down, so that should be a little bit better. Directly monitoring myself is still it. Like, I don't understand how people do that. Well, that's a shitty song that I made called... I actually don't know what that song is called. Dubbed to Death or something. Actually, what is the name of that song? All these songs I did myself, and Some of them turned out well. Some of them didn't. This was kind of a joke song. Where is it? My created music. That is Dubbed Over is the name of that one. It's actually not my favorite, but it's one of the more complete songs. I wanted to do something with the clip. Still hear the music, but you're still clear as a bell. Excellent. I wanted to do something with that Idris Elba quote from that crappy spin-off of Fast and Furious where he says, "You want a war then?" Okay. That line I always thought was kind of hardcore. Anyways, we don't have to listen to my shitty music that I put on here. Oh, I guess that's under my trivia. All right, so here, let me ask you a question. If we're doing a just chatting thing, like we're doing right now, is it better to have a camera that's kind of this square over here on the side, or should it be bigger and kind of be underneath chat? I always kind of like this because I feel like when I'm watching the screen, I feel like I'm like the way I have my monitors laid out and the way I have this overlay laid out, it looks like I'm looking at chat, but I'm really looking at myself in the screen. And I always thought that made sense to me, I guess. Yeah, like I look like I'm reading what I'm reading, even though I'm kind of looking at my dumb face. Okay, so I feel like there was something else I wanted to look at though, or wanted to check in on. Did you see all the dumb nonsense that I created? Like, I could go through that again because that was really stupid and fun. I don't think all of these have my microphone on them. I probably should put them on there, even if my camera's not there. No, you don't have to spend points on this. We'll take care of that for you. This song is actually the one that I think is one or two of my favorite ones that I created. What if I want to? I mean, if you want to, you want to. That's up to you. I actually don't. Well, you know what? Well, maybe I'll turn the music down just to no. So here's the problem I have with the music thing, is that I'll then have to create like 3 or 4 different sources that are all the same with my music because I want to have different volumes of it. Like here, I don't think it should be drowning anything out. It in the background is fine, but it shouldn't be drowning out anything. Oh shit, now I'm in trouble. What's up, Napalm? I haven't seen you in forever, buddy. Usually you're streaming at like 4 in the morning when I'm still sleeping or something. How's it been? How are you? How are things? I have so much I want to ask you, Napalm, and I know that it is definitely not stream approved. Okay, yeah, no. Gotta drop my quality down. That's understandable. Gotta match my shitty quality. Wait, we're gonna search. Okay, all right, well. Me? Do I have a hot date tomorrow? No, I don't have a hot date tomorrow. What? What'd I say? No, Napalm and I and a couple other people have some history with a particular thing that happened on here. Oh, no. He knows what I'm talking about. It's let's say an incident that happened that's not really laughing matter. Yeah, no, it's really not. Faceless got me on Discord and told me, I guess last year, what happened. Yeah, well, I think you and Ella have a lot to cry about. Also, I'm still kind of trying to smear that out of my history in many ways. It still pops up here and there, and I'm like, God damn it, I don't want that on here. Come to find out, you cannot remove people from Twitch recommendations. They just have to kind of go away. So that's cool. Maybe not recommendations. It's something else that I was trying to clean up, and I was like, thank you, fucking clips. No, this. When you want the nuclear option, let's say, and you want to burn this from every aspect of your life, it's really kind of hard and tedious. Abandoned vlog. Yeah, I did too. And I'm still, when I started streaming again, I'm not gonna spill the whole thing here, but like I feel like that person could make another name easily and then pop back in and I wouldn't know it, and that creeps me out a lot. I just boof. Like I wish there was like an IP block or something, just so like anything coming from this vicinity, please block. Do not let that person in. Ugh. Yeah, that's. So was there, again, without giving away too much, was there any kind of legitimate let's say repercussions that came out of all of that? I saw the mugshot, but not much more. I'm sorry, Ed. This is a bit inside baseball here, but I haven't talked to Napalm in probably 2 years or more. Let's see, remove it as far as I can see. That's gross. That's really fucking gross. Like, what is it? What? Jesus, what's it gonna? What is it gonna take? Ugh. Yeah, it's. Let's say, ripped from the headlines, I guess. In a manner of speaking. It's not cool. A somewhat personal acquaintance got picked up on some heinous shit. That myself and some other people, yeah, like kind of the worst internet crimes. Like, I don't know much worse, honestly. Like, I don't think there's anything else more, like, maybe putting a hit on somebody. Like, that's maybe the only thing worse, and even that doesn't feel as bad. Yes. Victim blaming, is that what we're going for here? Like, good lord. I saved a bunch of clips from that time period, and I need to go through them and see if I can kind of crop names out, because they're funny clips, because there's nothing said, there's no words, it's just let's say timing is really good. Kept trying to reach out, he called me 6 times from jail. Yeah, I don't. What is that going to accomplish? Like, the trust is like well gone, and given the nature, like, and your family, like, yeah, no, no, dude, no, just no. I don't even want to know. There is no explanation. Like, interestingly enough, there, Ed, this is my favorite song that I did. This one, I believe, is called Funeral for a Friend, if I remember correctly. I need to figure out a way to put like a a widget. I don't know that VLC has anything like that, and I know Plex doesn't. So when I normally run music through my stream, I put a little Plex thing on there that shows what I'm playing through that. But I don't know that VLC has a widget like that. The only way they can do widgets are like through shit I'm not going to use, like Spotify and YouTube Music or whatever. Like, I'm not using that. Screw that. Yeah. Yep. Dude, and you know what's... So I was thinking about this not long ago. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? That's good enough. We'll leave it at that. Yes, that sucks. And hey, good for you. I don't remember if I knew where you were. I think you're further out on the west, not on the west coast, but further west than I am, if I remember correctly. I'm on the east coast, and I think you're further. I think you're in. Are you central or mountain? Okay, no, you are on the west coast then. All right. Cool deal, man. Well, good for you. I think the last time I hung out on a stream with you, I want to say somebody was moving away. A child was maybe moving out. I can't remember. You know what? While we're doing this, I'm just gonna switch over to this real quick. Oop, I'm not here, but I'm here. When I create all these camera clones, they don't like to show up again the second time for some reason. Until I go in, literally turn them on and off again, and then there I am. Now I'm here. I miss you too. I miss everybody. Like I was going through, I was really at a like it's one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to come back was just kind of in the hopes they could get the band back together in a way. Like I miss that time during COVID right after was so much fun because it was like you, me, the unmentioned person, Lunar, um, and like even like oh shit. I've lost too many names. All right. Well, come back if you want. We'll still be here chatting some bullshit. It was like 10 of us. And I swear like every night somebody was streaming and we were all there and we were all like just ragging on each other and having a good time. And then like it must have been, I want to say 23 into 22, early 23, everybody just started dropping off. And like even people that I didn't watch or didn't interact with all that time, like Rollo, like used to hang out and like he disappeared. And like I stopped streaming myself and like I didn't see Hatter for a long time. I don't even know if he does it that much anymore. Like the only one who I felt like never left was Lunar and like you to a certain extent because you were still kind of there just at random times that I wasn't able to hang out with. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was is you were going back to school. Um, but like I kind of want to I want that feeling again. I'm chasing that high. Like it was so much fun to just jump on, stream for like an hour or two, hand it off to somebody else, and then I would literally go in, lay in the bed, turn on my TV, um, and then like put Twitch on my TV and pull it up on my phone and then just talk to everybody for like multiple hours. And it was so much fun. It was like the infancy of the internet all over again is really what it felt like. Um yeah, really like it was like just a bunch of friends hanging out, having a good time, doing dumb shit. Yeah, I mean, for sure, for sure. Um, like I remember I just saw a clip from it. I remember when it was who was it? It was Hatter and Lunar maybe that did a VGA thing. And then we were chit chatting with them and they're like, well, we got these like 20 people and it's like midnight and we don't know who to hand them off to. There's nobody on. And I was like, I'll get on. And they were like, no, you don't have to. And I was like, no, really, I don't have anything else to do. I'm going to get on. And I got on and they handed everybody off, like rated me and gave everybody to me. And I was like, I don't have shit to do. I don't even know why I'm here. It's like 12 o'clock at night. I should be in bed, but like, hey, we're going to stream. Let's fucking do it. Let's go and just stream for like an hour and a half or 2 hours or something like that in the middle of the night for no damn reason. It was just because I was an idiot and I was like, yeah, no, raid me. Let's go. So that's what they did. It was like, that's the, yeah, there was a lot of bad, bad sleeping, horrible sleep schedules. I mean, I wasn't going to bed. I still kind of don't, but I wasn't going to bed until like at least midnight every night, sometimes later. And like I couldn't, because I was having so much fun and enjoying myself so much. I was on this like endorphin high and yeah. And I would like have to pull myself away like, look, I gotta go, I gotta stop, I have to go to sleep. And then I would have to watch something else like Mystery Science Theater or like an old shitty movie just to bring myself back down to like, okay, now I'm calm, everything's chill, I'm gonna go to bed. And by then it was like 1 o'clock in the morning and I have to get back up at 6. Like, for there was like a good couple months where I was getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, and it was I didn't give a shit because it was so much fun, and that's what I want again. That's why I'm here. That's why I came back. I wanna do this again. I wanna do I wanna be part of the group again. Oh, yeah? Well, that's good. Um, I'm still doing, I'm so here's the thing. Let's get close here. Um the last 2 years of my personal life have been, a bumpy slope, for a long time, and it was really, really kinda rough. Like, not me personally, nah, it's fine, don't worry about it. Uh, but, like, everybody around me, uh, having some real troubles, and I didn't have a creative outlet, and it was just crushing my soul. Video games weren't filling that void. I didn't have anything to do. I started doing some music stuff, which helped out a little bit. I bought some stuff I have over here in the corner that I really fucking should not have spent multiple hundreds of dollars on. But um, this past October was the first year in, I want to say 15 years I didn't watch a single movie or review one or do anything with it. Handed it off the reins to my friend Lucas, who's helped me the last 10 years or so. And I was like, dude, I I just don't have it in me to do it this year, like at all. I just cannot do it. Um, and he was like, I can't do 30. He's like, but I'll do my half. And I was like, all right, that's, you know what? Honestly, that's good enough. That's all I can really ask for. And yeah, he carried the torch through this past year. And I really want to get my mojo back so that I can do it again next year. Um, I just mentally was not there. I couldn't do it. There was no getting it out of me. So I've kind of wanted to start pulling myself back to doing things like that. Um, and I've started creating like keeping a journal just because uh I'm deathly afraid of losing my memory. Um Letterbox reviewing everything. That's cool. Yeah, I guess having my own website and not putting stuff on there, like if I were to put stuff on Letterbox, I feel like I would be like neglecting what I should be doing, which is making reviews on my own website. So I bought like a like I bought, like I said, I bought a journal for like personal stuff, but then I also have two different book journals that I bought, one for television shows and one for movies. And I want to start filling those out. And um I've been writing in a journal, a regular like life journal kind of thing, kind of frequently. And that feels good. Um okay, yeah, that's a thought. I used to do that on the old Giant Bob website too. Be like, hey, if you like this, continue reading here, like my own kind of paywall. Um I want to be creative again. And like I said, that's kind of why I got back to doing this, or forcing myself to do this again. Um, and like I said, I want to get I'm chasing that high, and I want to do things that make me feel good. Like, as weird as that sound, like, I mean, of course everybody does, but like, I want to do the things that used to make me feel happy because I want to get back to that. And not that I'm like depressed, at least not diagnosed anyways. Um, I wanna get into doing things, and I have an idea, um, for a couple streams. I need to finish Persona 5 on stream because I got pretty far into that and never finished it. Um, and I also wanna do a chunk of streaming with, Sniper Elite. I definitely wanna do that. I need to get back and do more of my finish the MAME stuff that I started years ago and never finished. I don't even fucking remember where I was when I stopped. Um, is my microphone like weirdly peaking or anything? Like I'm trying to watch my volume over here and I keep getting in the yellow, which I guess is fine, but sometimes it gets a little close to the red, and I don't want it to get close to the red. Um, it wouldn't be streaming if there was. Okay, so it's not good. Okay, good. As you know, it wouldn't be streaming if you didn't have audio issues. That's my personal philosophy. That's the way I live my life. Uh, so, but how are you? How is the family? Have you bought? You said you bought a house. Have you moved into the house? Is the house where you are now? No, you said you're at work. Um, are you in the house figuratively now? Metaphorically now? Something like that. Move next month. Okay. Like still, you Seattle area, both like current and future. I'm gonna be messing with some shit over here while we're doing this. 60 miles away. That's good. That is a nasty commute. Commute. That's not a word. Commute. Um, is that a daily commute? Cause holy shit, bro. That's a that's a commute. Um, let's add some shit while we're hanging here and talking. Make sure oof, well, that's wowzers, 50% more. Uh, wow, that's a hell of a pay raise, sir. Congratulations if that works out for you, because wowie zowie, that's a big and big boy adult money. That's right. Tacoma is great from what I understand, and it has easily one of my rest in peace favorite television shows out there. Make the commute more palatable. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Be riding in that limo, lighting cigars with $100 bills. Tacoma FD is a great. television show for me because my father was a firefighter for 28 ish years. And watching that show feels like I'm like gone back to the future. No, back to the past. Um, and reliving all of the stories that he used to tell. And I I love that show. I'm super sad that it's not going to get another season. Um, but also it ended on such a wild cliffhanger that I think it's perfect. And I recommend everybody watch that show because it's hilarious. Uh, yeah, I mean, the epitome of comfort shows for me, it's got to be Mystery Science Theater. Like I literally watch that every single day. It's if it's not Mystery Science Theater, it's Rift Tracks, just because um, I I love it, and learned far more trivia, I guess, uh, random dumb facts from that show than I ever really understood until I started really watching Jeopardy, uh, like a proper old person, um, and it like, I fucking love that show. I don't know. I do. I really do. I watched, speaking of being old, we watched Jeopardy tonight, and, uh, boy howdy, that was a speaking of all-timers, that was a wild ride tonight. The dude that is currently on there, um, has been on I think tonight was his 30th, um, that is not oh, yes, it is, 30th episode, so he has been trucking. Nope, that's too far down. Uh, here? There we go. And he's like, I think he's at 800,000 now. ADHD, so no. Nice. I have been dealing with my own ADD for decades, ever since I was a little boy. I have had ADD. I was part of that OG crew that got Ritalin all the time, stunted the fuck out of my growth, which is really cool. Um, I guess I can't change saturation on a black and white. I used to be able to change the color on this, but I don't remember how I did it. Um, yeah, so I had the Ritalin back in the day, and it it was wild. My son has ADHD, and we put him on Journée, which sounds so exotic in French. Um, maybe he's 17 now, so maybe like 5 years ago. And it's kind of crazy how different he is. Use the blending mode with a solid behind. Yeah, solid behind. You know what I'm saying? Um, there we go. Thank you. Perfect. And yeah, this is Journey stuff is kind of wild because, as a person who has ADHD or ADD knows, when you got it, you tend to forget things. The simple things just kind of skate past you and you don't remember to do them. Um, so Journey, he takes, we give it to him at night. It's a pill and he gets 60 milligrams at night. And then it just kind of slowly goes through his system and then works its way out of his system during the day the next day. So like he never has to really think about taking the pill as long as he takes it at night, which we give it to him at night. Um, like he doesn't have to worry about it in the morning or anything like that because he's in high school and like we were not here to give him his pill because he leaves well after we do. So it's been great, and it's really helped him out a lot, like a lot. He used to be on dexamethylphenolate or something like that. I used to say he was on meth. When we went and actually got him like legit tested, they were like, "Oh yeah, he needs to be off this like immediately." I'm like, "Okay, fine." I myself have been thinking about getting back on medicine just to see what. Not that I think I need it, because I've done pretty well in the last 2 decades or more of my life of managing my own ADD and knowing how to really deal with it. Like, 'cause I don't have the hyperactive part of it. I just have a really bad attention span. Um, and I know that. So I try and trick myself into doing certain things. Uh, Most notably, things like I'm doing right now. Like I am forcing myself to really kind of keep at doing streaming and things like that, because I know that is something that piques my creative juices. That's not that's not the right way to say that, but you know what I mean. And it's an easy way for me to kind of put my creativity into something. And yeah, making habits out of things. Oh, I don't know which one of these I like more. I guess this one. Um, yeah, I bet. Nope, you gotta come to the late night stream for that, if you know what I mean. I think I'm trying to recreate, like, I had a screenshot maybe of what my old I think I might have deleted it now because I redid my entire computer to try and make things work. I was trying to recreate what my old stream looked like, but aren't we all heyo? And I don't remember where I put that screenshot anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. Um, but I don't think I had it this way. I think I had it the other way. So we're gonna flip this the other way. That's not the way to do that, you jackass. Do it the right way. Oops. Um, I am definitely not as creative as I used to be, and or oh man, yeah, yeah. I think we may have discussed this maybe on Twitter, or not Twitter. No, definitely not on Twitter. On Blue Sky or something like that, about how I just basically was like, fuck it, and just wiped everything off. Flip horizontally. There we go. Oop, now I'm on the other side. That here? There we go. I yeah, burnt all that shit to the ground. Um, I reinstalled Windows. I reinstalled all of OBS. I reinstalled StreamerBot. Um, I it it kind of did, but also it was pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fucking scary because I was like, oh, I don't remember how to do any of this stuff. But then again, that kind of forced me to relearn how to do everything. So now I know how to do it again. And I will say, in recreating some of that stuff, uh, like that was almost perfectly like why I did this, was to get those creative juices flowing again, you know? Like a verb, yes, it tells you what each other is pulling. Oh, really? Huh. Do you know what it's called? 'Cause that would probably be helpful. I'm sure it's called resource manager or something, because you know the people who create plugins for this are really creative with their names. Um, I probably need to name this again. I forget what it is. Source inspector. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like something it would be. Let's see. Red rip. We'll call that. Let's see. Put the Lay over top of this for now, and then I'll shrink that down to something like this, probably. Oh no, that was the wrong one to do. God damn it. Flipping in my old age. Okay, lock that. And let's go to the right one, which is this one, and we'll unlock that one and shrink that one. Source profiler. That sounds maybe more weird than it needed to be. Uh what am I doing wrong here? Does that need to be that way? Right. Boop doop boop. Oh. Okay, I'll leave that up in the background. I'll do that later. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I do like this whole like I never when I did uh oh, that was a random GitHub thing, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't want that GitHub. Give me the right GitHub. Um eh, there we go. Okay. Yes, that one will work. Why does that feel wrong? Of course, it's an Excel joint. Excel dro joint. Um that feels wrong. That doesn't feel like that's in the right spot. I mean, clearly it's underneath the thing, but like maybe maybe I do need to have that on the other side. Flip this back. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, the uh I when I used to do like stuff that was on every single screen, like alerts or like the random pop-up things or whatever, like channel point rewards, things like that. I used to stupidly, here we go. Uh I would put them in literally every single overlay because I didn't know what I was doing. And also I would like it was the way I learned in my head that that was the right way. And then I come to find out there's that other thing, what's it called? Downstream keyer, where you could just basically throw everything on its own, and then you can basically create a global thing that just puts it on them all. Didn't know that was a thing till I redid all this. Now all my shit's right. Uh, but before, yeah, no, I wasn't. I wasn't doing it the right way. Um, I will show you this one. This is probably the action that took me the longest to recreate. Um, and I really enjoy this one and the way it turned out, and I'm somewhat proud of it. So I'm going to play this channel reward for you so that you can see it.
This makes me want to burn this motherfucker down. Come on, Boogie, let's burn this motherfucker down! Come on! Boogie, let's burn this motherfucker down! Let's burn it down! Let's burn it!
I always enjoyed how that one came out. I still need to do a little bit of tweaking with it. Like when the stream breaks, like actually breaks on screen, I wanted to mute my mic and any other sound because feel the need to like talk or whatever. And I don't want it to pick up my mic. I want it to be broken. So, but that took a really long time for me to uh recreate. There's a lot going on in that like 15-20 seconds. There's all this that I've put together. Uh but it was fun to try and like remember how I did it. And it took like that one thing took me like a couple days to figure out, like timing wise, how I wanted like because those filters have to be laid on top of each other in a certain way in order for the screen to break correctly. Um, it's kind of fun. I enjoyed that one, but I still have all the other shit still there, and it's on all of my overlays, which still makes me happy to know that I can do that correctly now, uh, as opposed to doing it maybe the most asinine way you could possibly do it. Excuse me, which is literally, like I said, putting it on every fucking overlay. And then you want to talk about confusing and convoluted streamer bots. Boy, howdy. Let me tell you, when every action has like 42 different things for every single overlay to turn on, turn off. mm, I'm surprised streamer bot even worked for me. I'll show you the other one that I liked that I created. Hold on, let me pull this image up that I wanted to put on here somewhere. Uh, where is this? There's the city. Whoops, that's a little too big. Days off. What's up, buddy? Now we're talking. Now we're getting the band back together. This is what I want. Literally talking to Napalm about how this is exactly what I wanted to do. Have everybody here, hanging out, chilling. I want this to be slightly over the screen, but not too much over the screen. And then I want it to be behind me because that makes sense. Which, where am I? Here? No, here. That. There we go. Yeah, part two. You missed part one, man. Technically, it's part three because the stream broke at one point last week. Um, yeah, that's not so bad. I don't mind that. We'll hold that in here for now. Why am I looking at Jared Leto? Oh, this guy over here, this guy up there. I don't know. I It's a low poly Jared Leto. Less creepy Jared Leto, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see, red. Oh my god. Why? Hold on. Wait, Faceless is in here too. Days Off is in here. Napalm is in here. What is happening? Go on, come on, Faceless. You gotta do it. You're here. You have to do it. You know what you have to do. Boys are here. Yep. It's there. It's waiting for you. I know you got points. I'm not gonna do it. Let's see. What else do we want to put on this? Oh,
Abba Zabba, you my only friend.
there it is. So I tried to figure out a fun way to make that like a screen interactive thing. I just don't know. I don't. I don't even really want to put Dave Chappelle on anything, let alone his face. But maybe if I could find a fun Abba Zaba candy bar PNG that I could put on there. Fucked up muscle relaxers. I'm very slow. Word. You don't have to be fucked up on muscle relaxers to be slow, my friend. We're all slow and old. Uh, Jesus. All right. Um, Here's what you do. Fine Abba Zaba. Okay. All right. Green screen your arm. Okay. I know where this is going. Oh, I thought you were wanting me to put my junk on screen. All right. Abba Zaba on there is better. Probably more screen legal. Bringing it out and opening it. That would be, hmm. What if I green screen? I have like I found I made poor choices. Let's say, and I see if I can find them. I actually don't remember where I stuck them now. I made a bunch more dumb faces of my own. Did I put them in here? Nope. I don't remember where I put them now. Oh, I know. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They are on my desktop. Boop. And they are in this stupid folder. Look at all these morons. No, that didn't make them any bigger, did it? Let's make them extra large icons. Look at this dumb shit. That's my son. That's a Mr. Yuck. Um, yeah, I made a bunch of dumb headshots. Uh, and you can wrap your dick in it is the first thing I looked over and saw. Boy, I missed you, napalm. uh, yeah, I have a bunch of these dumb things. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There, look, there's my. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Let's. What? Just make it with the photos, dude. Hello? There we go. Like I made a. That's in a shitty, gross mirror in my house, but I made a Gizmotics jacket. If anybody cared, I thought that was a interesting, a cool patch. That is not my junk down there. That is where a faucet should be. Just FYI. I just want to say that is not. I never noticed that before. When the AI cut out the surrounding, it cut out the faucet, and it looks like it cut something else out. That is not my junk. Let's just take that picture away. Let's just take that away. Jason Voorhees, yes, that is me. That was yeah. Well, I have to make it safe. Um, this picture of me was taken during COVID. My family went to the beach because we could find super cheap housing because nobody wanted to leave their house, and we're like, we're fucking family, who cares? So we went down to the beach, and my sister and I were making all kinds of dumb faces in front of the camera because we were all super like delirious from being stuck in our house for months. Um, and I don't know why I made that face, but I thought it was funny. Uh, I like, where is it? This one is maybe the best picture I think I've ever taken of me, except my eyes look like I'm really fucking high, and I'm really fucking not. I believe that was during COVID too, actually, now that I think about it. This, I was extremely high. Look at my eyes. Um, but then I cut all these out because I was like, I don't know. Because I made all those dumb pictures, the screen grabs or what do we call them? Placeholders for all these other games that I played. And I was like, well, I can slap my face on some of this other dumb shit and make just like continue the stupid theme, even though I've really kind of changed the logo, I guess. I don't really have that logo anymore now that I'm, a super profesh guy out here. And then I m- ran this one through the AI and created that one and thought that one was interesting. So, what were we talking about? Where were we? What were we doing? Talking about my dick? No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I mean, I can do that, but I'm not going to do that. How about that? All right. What else can we add to this? Oh, I was going to show you the other dumb thing that I had to recreate. You can and you should. No, I think I would get I think that goes against the terms of service. I think. I mean, I guess there's no way to find out unless we do it, but I think that goes against the terms of service. Floppy. Yep. 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 Little did you know when I said catch me on the flip flop, that's what I meant was my ding dong. I do not have a boner on the screen. Thank you very much. I do have another camera. I have a third camera that we could make boner cam, but again, I think I'm going to get kicked off of Twitch if I do that. So we're not going to do that. Where is, boy, I don't even know what that was called. Um, shit. Well, I know it's in here, but I don't know if I can set it off. Where? There it is. Okay, I can. So I made this. I also recreated this dumb thing too.
No! Is everyone okay?
Parts are just a poop, try, heave. I need to fill that out with more dumb, fake Teddy quotes. Uh, because I really enjoy them, and I think it's really stupid and fun to write dumb things that Teddy would definitely not have said.
Aye,
But
aye, Sensei!
um, yeah. Well, the gang's all here. Well, mostly here. Let's run through stuff that is old and what's new, right? So like maybe I need to fix this before I play it again. Fuck it. There's still the honey bucket.
Hey, my little honey
I
bucket.
really did this. I really did this on the last stream, but we're gonna do it again because I don't give a shit. I need content to plug my stream. There's Barth still there. Uh, uh, Madden still there.
Boom! Tough acting, acting.
Turd Ferguson's still here.
Ferguson.
Yeah, that's right. Jared Ferguson. It's a funny name.
Abba, we know. Oh, I did the shoot 'em thing from Samurai Cop, but I updated it, tweaked it just a bit, and I'm kind of happy the way it came out.
Shoot! Shoot him! Shoot! Shoot him! Shoot! Shoot him! Shoot! Shoot him! You got it. Yeah, I got the bed.
I don't know. I thought that was dumb and fun. Um, let's see. What else did we change? Oh, I added the actual Crypt Keeper now.
Now that's entertainment.
What else? I don't think I had the video that played for this. I think I just had the sound.
Let Mortal Kombat begin.
So, had to add him in there, RIP. The list is still alive and kicking.
You know what? You just made the list! Oh no!
Okay, so this one I have to explain because everyone, well, not everyone, I can't be that presumptuous. I love making dumb shit. And when I get a thought in my head of making dumb shit, that that thought doesn't go away until make said dumb shit. Um, and I had this soundbite of Lance Riddick saying "Skate or Die, Guardian" for forever. It was on my stream when I was doing it before, and I wanted to put something on screen just to have it, and so I made this, and it has a lot of dumb shit in it.
Skate or die, Guardian.
So what you see there is dude from Skater Die 1 or 2, maybe. It's the crazy uncle, whatever his name is, who looks like Rodney Dangerfield, like a punk Rodney Dangerfield. But I put what's his face? Christ, what is his name? Not Lance Riddick, the character he plays. I put his face on that guy, and then you'll see. I'll play it again, but you'll see in the speech bubble is the Skater Die logo, of course. But underneath that, instead of it being an actual skateboarder, it's a one of the what are they warlocks, I think, and he's doing like basically like a kick flip with one of the things from Destiny, except I edited that out and put in a Tony Hawk skateboard because I was bored and had nothing else to do. And so that's how it came out.
Skate or die, Guardian.
It's really stupid. Zavala, yes, thank you. That one made me laugh when I made it. I was like, You can't even see it." But like, I spent like an hour trying to put all that shit together, and it made me laugh. I added JR, so that now JR's on screen.
Strategy my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple.
Um, I just showed Napalm the Pookie burn it down. And then this one I had done before, and recreated it because it always made me laugh, especially when I redid it. Um, so as an APOM can tell you, when you make things on OBS, you can track stuff, right? So you start things in the bottom corner and then you do like a move thing on it and you like expand it or move it to wherever you want. And you could put a longer time on it so that it kind of moves over there slowly and it's all smooth and shit. For whatever reason, when I did this one, I literally took a small image that's like basically where I am. It starts over here, and then it expands out and fills the screen, right? But I purposely wanted to make it a smooth, like as it went across the screen, it got bigger and bigger and bigger smoothly, like as smooth as it could possibly be. It didn't work that way, and somehow it turned out even better because of the way this stupid speech goes. This is a long one, but it's well worth it because it still makes me laugh.
Now I'm telling these son of a bitches that we respect the Japanese of this country.
I gotta take a phone call.
Who are
Hold on.
honest businessmen. And yeah, this is the land of opportunity for legitimate business, not for death merchants who distribute drugs to our children through schools and on the streets. Now I'm telling these motherfuckers that if they continue killing our children to make their precious millions that they deposit in their secret Swiss bank accounts, Counselor, before your lawsuit even gets off the court clerk's desk, I'll have their stinking bodies in garbage bags and ship them back to Japan for fertilizer. Got it?
Um, yeah, I don't know why it shakes as it goes across the screen, but it works perfectly because he's getting more and more angry as the speech goes on. It always made me laugh. Um, and then I have the Christmas lights thing, which we don't need to do. Although I did edit that one a little bit. I added jingle bells to it. Um, my shake hands for danger still works.
Here, shake hands with danger.
Um, I think that's it, really. Everything else is basically the same. Nothing really changed.
Pretty nice.
Um, yeah. There's a couple more that I want to add stuff to, but I don't know how. I really, I, it always, the David Cross, I saw the shit out of it, makes me laugh. But I don't know how to add him in there in that shut up bitch shirt that he, that he has on. Um, but we're working through it. I again, the idea is to have a creative outlet to do more things at a later date. Um, like I don't even really have my uh stream deck set up so much. Although I do have fun um dice that I can roll across the screen now. Um, because I have a lot of things I want to do with the dice. And I figured, fuck it. Why not? Let's just roll some dice on screen. So that works out pretty well for me. Uh, because I have trivia stuff. And um I got two things in the mail. One yesterday and one today. Because I used to do the trivia questions and my punishments were to either eat a disgusting Birdie Bots beans or whatever, which I'm not gonna do those anymore, for various reasons. And I had hot peanuts, but those peanuts really weren't hot. Like they were I take it back. They weren't that hot. They were hot, but they weren't like, oh God, I'm gonna die and shit myself at the same time. Um, so I went online and tried to find some that would make me feel like I was going to die and shit myself at the same time. And I found, well, let's go to the tail of the tape. Let's go back to, actually, let's go to this screen because that's way bigger. So I got these dry roasted scorpion pepper pistachios. Um, I don't know. They have 4 flames on them. So I figure why not? It's a very small package. There's not much to it. It says that there's 5 servings in here, but it's also a resealable bag, which makes me very happy because I do not want to be eating too many of these, but I also don't want them to go bad because I feel like that would be worse. And then I also got these ass kicking Reaper Pepper Honey Peanuts. They are kick yo ass hot. I don't know. I don't believe them. This is the same company that made the other ones that were like world's hottest peanuts. Um, and I didn't think that was true when I ate those. So I don't know. Oh man, hot peanut brittle. That sounds horrific. Um, I don't know that that's going to be true at all. But they're Reaper pepper, and that's supposed to be the hotter ones, right? Like that's the isn't the Carolina Reaper the hottest pepper or something like that? So, and then I have a bunch of I mean I have the old trivia cards. I have what is it? Pop culture, Trivial Pursuit, 80s Trivial Pursuit. I bought uh unrelated to this whole streaming thing. I bought the Dungeons and Dragons Trivial Pursuit, and then I actually haven't even opened them yet. They're right behind me. Hold on. I got oh, this feels really light. I got this Trivial Pursuit horror movie edition. That's there we go. Thank you. 100 years of horror, 600 questions. This feels like I'm not getting 600 questions out of this. I'm gonna have to open that and see. And whoops. And then I got Trivial Pursuit mini packs for the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 20 teens. So much more about D&D than the last time I saw you. Why is that sad? That's why is that? I don't understand why that's sad. Um, I also know a lot more about D&D than the last time any of us conversed, but I still don't think I'm gonna be able to get any of those questions because I bet they're hard as shit. Because Trivial Pursuit, most of the time when they're very like direct about their whatever they're going after, whatever their main games are, they are boy howdy, sometimes really, really hard. That Star Wars one still to this day kicks my ass. Something fierce. Did they tape the wrong side of this? How is this even open? Nope, I guess it's taped there too. All right, get it. This one open. And then we're gonna open this one too, because this one feels real light. Tracking on the camera smooth as hell. Yeah, it's right. It's really nice until I put my hand up and do something like this, and then it's like flips out. I didn't do it fast. I didn't do it long enough, so it didn't do it. But and I don't know what happens. It's really funny when I was setting things up because I guess without someone being on camera long enough, I don't know if it gets nervous and it just starts looking around. But I would come back and the camera's like pointing directly over to the wall or whatever, like it's in the corner. Like, okay, well, that's real sad for you, buddy. Um, but yeah, no, I do like this camera, especially when I can do like this is the wide shot. Yeah. And then we can go a little tighter. And then we can go a little tighter. Oh, is it gonna find me? Nope. I'm gonna tell it to find me. Eyes are oh, see, and then it gets lost. It's like, oh, you're over there. I'm nope, I'm over here. Hey, hey, no, down here. Down, no, no, no. You stupid shit. I'm over down. No, go down. Down. It's stupid. Hey, there I am. Yeah, it gets lost and when it's real tight like that, which is really kind of funny. The mom from her other areas. Yeah, just a headless person here. All right. this, I'm going to open this box here. And we're going to see what this looks like. Maybe the cards are all, well, that's really dumb. I saw this in a store and thought it was very interesting, but it was like $30. And I was like, hell if I'm paying that. Look at this. Look at this box. Look at the size of this box, right? It's a pretty beefy box. And then look at what it comes in. Like, that's it. Just this little thing of cards. That's all. In this giant waste of cardboard. And I don't, is there anything else? Nope. It's just a filler and a box. Oh, manufacturing costs are stupid. Yeah, so I got that gigantic box for this cards. Box? Cards that came in the pack. That's a little stupid. It did come with a fun die in it. A Trivial Pursuit color-coded die, which I can use, I guess, for this and this only. Now that I have that gigantic ass box out of the way. And then I think these are individually wrapped. Yeah, these are individually wrapped. This was normally $25, I think. And I got it for like 10 because people were like, that's too much money at full price. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I got this. These are all in here like so. But these actually fill up the box, so that makes more sense. I have all these cards. The weird thing about these though, I think if I read the review right, let's go to the 80s. That's the only decade that matters anymore. Well, they're taped closed. Why would you do that? Doesn't matter. Keeping them anyway, so fuck it. If I remember correctly. Yeah, really weird. They only have, as opposed to normal Trivia Pursuit, they only have 3 questions on them. Normally there's like what, 5, 6? And there's only 3 on each of these. So that's kind of a weird thing. There are 2 packs of this kind of cards in here though. Y'all didn't know y'all were joining an unboxing video, did you? So that's one, that is the 80s, which is funny because this is the horror thing. And that's the 80s. Yeah, horror 80s. I mean, it's pretty close. Trivia Pursuit used to mean something. Yeah, it did. It sure did, friend. I almost bought the like full scale Trivial Pursuit, but it was like $60. I was like, why would I buy one when I can buy 7 of them? Because I'm stupid. So yeah, what do you say, fellas? Should we do a trivia question? I need to set up because the wheel is not going to do what the wheel was made to do. It is set up for the other 2 games, which is why I have the dice. I need to make some sort of uh legend, key, whatever you want to call it, of what each die would mean and which clue I would be reading from. But we're just gonna do. Should we do 80s or should we do horror? What should we do? Oh, I'm looking at a question I would already know. In the 80s over here, whatever the question is, the answer is RC Pro-Am. Hopefully the question is, what is one of the best racing games on the Nintendo Entertainment System? And actually, no, I guess I put that in the attic. One of the very few boxed complete games that I have. Let's actually see what this question is. Which video game was about racing? Really? How are you gonna make? Okay. Which racing game? Sorry. Which video game was about racing radio controlled cars? And guess what? It's a multiple choice. Now, if you put video game about racing radio controlled cars and you put RC Pro Am in there, why would you not pick that? RC is literally in the title, and as far as I know, other than RC Cola, the only RC that I'm aware of, okay, I see, I'm saying this out loud and then I'm thinking about more RCs. One of the very few RCs that I know of, besides the Cola and the Transformer, is radio controlled. Um, so that's really kind of a stupid question. These are, wait, what? For what dial-up oh, okay. For what dial-up internet provider were the words "Welcome" and "You've got mail" recorded on a cassette deck in 1989? That's really, you're cutting it close on that one by pulling an America Online thing out of there. Also, I didn't realize that that was a thing. So that's a little bit of trivia that I didn't know. Um, and that's not following me anymore, so let's put the tracking on. There we go. Yeah, I believe. Yes. Yep, I agree. All right, let's do I need to find a box for these. I have far too many trivia questions now. We're gonna I mean, I guess I don't need to, but we're gonna shuffle these on camera. We're gonna shuffle these horror movie cards. And then oh, I need to, how many is it? One, two, three, four, five, six. All right, we're gonna roll a six-sided die. We're gonna work our way down. One being the top, and working our way down to six at the bottom. Um, this is bad bar trivia pursuit. Yes. I need a really shitty trivial trivia team name. I'm gonna roll the six-sided die. That's gonna correspond to one of these six categories. And then I'm gonna read that question, and if I get it right, we'll we'll do another one. If I get it wrong, then I'm gonna nuts in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put some hot nuts in my mouth. All right, let's roll a six-sided die. Doop doop. What do we get? We get a two. Okay, so that's the second from the top. I don't know what these categories are actually. All right, so this is we're working at one down to six, right? Okay, so we have monster is one category. Gore or disturbing is the category that we got. Psychological, I also said physiological, psychological, paranormal, killer, and international. Okay. I don't know. I don't really understand why that's a distinction, but all right. So we got gore, disturbing. Monster is one category, Bible is another. That's fair. That's fair. Did you see the video, just really quick, of the guy who found a rat in his Monster energy drink, and it made him like physically vomit for like an hour, and then he called Monster, and they were like, the chemicals in that are in Monster Energy, we think would kill anything, any kind of bacteria that might be in your body. Like, what, dude? I just drank a fucking rat in your can of soda over here. Okay. Oh, oh, is this going to be a character question? Because I'm not going to know the answer to this. Who in Final Destination 2000 to 2025 appears in more than one film? Clear Rivers. Is that really a person's name? Is Clear Rivers? Fuck. Alex Browning, Wendy Christensen, or Sam Lawton? Now, I'm pretty sure the dude is in two of them, if I remember correctly, which I probably don't. Really? I I don't know. I'm going to say I'm going. It's been a while since I've watched any of these movies. By the way, um, I'm going to say the answer is Sam Lawton. Sam Lawton. That's what I'm saying. Am I wrong? I am. The person's name was Clear Rivers. Really? There's somebody her name is Clear Rivers? I think maybe I always thought her name was Claire. I do remember her being she was I know, thank you. I remember her being in the first one, and then honestly 2 and 3 kind of blend in my mind. One was the roller coaster and one was the logs, I think, if I remember. One was the or I should say one was the highway and one was the roller coaster, or were they both in the same movie? I haven't seen the last 2-ish one. She locked Oh, that's right. She was in the asylum. Hmm. Okay, which nuts am I putting in my mouth? Are we gonna go with the scorpion or are we gonna go with the reaper? It's apparently only the 2 of you left. So which one? The roller coaster was the third one. Okay. Scorpion or reaper nuts. Now these are honey roasted, which I actually enjoy more than pistachios anyways, or really any kind of other. I enjoy a honey roasted or a dry roasted nut. Um, if you get my drift. So what's it gonna be? Scorpion? All right, one vote for Scorpion. What say you, Faceless? What are we doing here? Are we doing Scorpion or are we doing Reaper? Two's a log drop, three's a roller coaster, four's a racetrack. Yes. Oh, okay. I have seen 5 then. Because I do remember the bridge. Oh, see, now you guys gotta fight. Now you have to fight. Now you have to fight. Oh, you know what? All right, here we go. All right. Both of you put a number in chat between 1 and 20. See, this is why I have the dice. They're going to solve so many problems for me. Pick a number between 1 and 20 and put it in the chat. Fuck napalm. Well, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying put a number in the chat. 17. Okay, 15. All right, here we go. What do we got? Oh, 10. So I guess napalm wins that one. And what did he say? He said scorpion, right? Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to open the scorpions ones. This is how the dice roll, man. I don't make the rules. The good Lord wanted me to roll a number closer to 15. So, well, this bag is not opening easily, even with these. Okay, there we go. All right. So it is currently sealed. So we're going to open this and see what we got as far as smells. Here we go. Let's see what we got. It does not smell hot, like at all. Well, no, not really. There's a bit of a tinge there. There's 15 before I saw 17. Well, that's too bad. All right, they're unshelled. Deshelled? Whatever. Yeah, it's a little warm. Yeah, those are hot. I mean, they're not like I'm gonna die hot, but they got some spice to them. That's for sure. We're gonna do the other one anyways. I was always gonna do both. I just can't wait for my son because my son likes to come in here, put one in your dick hole. No. Uh, my son, my youngest son, enjoys coming up here. Ooh, there's a little bit of heat on the back end of that. My youngest son loves to come in and eat the food that I leave in here. So he'll be happy to have that one in his mouth. Yeah, there's a little heat on the back end of that. meat on the back end of that. I mean, you always could. All right. So again, sealed. No, I have not opened these. We're gonna crack this open and give it a good sniff too. Oh, this smells delicious. Good honey roasted peanut there. Again, this is the same company I bought the last ones that said they were the world's hottest peanuts, and they were certainly not. They look good, like a regular dry roasted peanut. Boy, there's like that, uh, not when you eat like a wing or something, like a hot wing or something like that, but like when you eat something like this, there's always that like, oh, this isn't hot at all, and then like a couple seconds later, you're like, maybe, maybe there's a little bit there, maybe there's a little bit there. Like that's kind of, I mean, it's again, I would eat these as a snack. I wouldn't eat a lot of them as a snack because that would be painful later. But isn't the Carolina Reaper is the hottest pepper, correct? Isn't that the one? Like, my mouth is like watering, but like I'm not gonna go running for the faucet or something. Longest certificate taking this sweet time. Yeah, that's certification is. It doesn't matter what the certification is for. Pepper X is this the like fucking Racer X over here? Like, what are we doing? Pepper X? Are you serious? Is that that's a thing? I don't believe you. That's good. I'd again, I would pop 4 or 5 of those and eat them. That's not a big deal. Not necessarily disappointed in them because I did spend money on them and I know that I will eat them, but also, but then again, I was thinking about this today. Like, I don't want to eat something that's going to cause me any actual pain. Bomb is turgid, gross. There aren't a lot of words in the English language that make me feel weird, but turgid is one of them. Pepper X is a movie about jalapenos throwing a house party. I'm going to need you to workshop that one a little bit more. I feel like you could do better with that. I don't feel like that's your best work. Feel like you could do better. Feel like you could do better. How can all right, here, let's put these up on the board here. How could I do this in a way that makes I get the reference. I don't remember the movie. I, I vaguely remember the movie. I don't think I ever saw it, but I think I know what you're talking about. Anyways, how can I do this that it's not completely convoluted and ugly and also makes sense? Because I still have this, like, I still have the thing that works. Like, it still works. I still want it to spin. Um, Even though it didn't. Did you hear it? I didn't hear it. It should have made the countdown sound. Did it not do that? Uh, huh. It didn't do it for me. I didn't see it's funny. I just get it. Did it? Does it? It's not making the countdown sound right. They're like, like that's what it should do. And I don't, I don't think it did. And I feel like I have everything on that should be on. We can work. I gotta do some shit. Okay, I might be here. I'm kind of waiting for my son to come home. which he already told me that he's going to be past curfew, which not really a good look when you're, you know, the first time you're out driving by yourself, saying you're not going to be home on time is not the greatest of looks. He is where he's supposed to be though, so that's good. I hear nothing. Yeah, I didn't hear it either. I don't know what this alert window is that's so quiet over here. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. We're going to spin it again and see what happens. Nope, that was not it either. Huh. It was definitely working before. Hmm. I honestly don't know why that's not working at all. Does this work? Okay. Well, that worked, I guess, but I don't know why the spin sound isn't working. I mean, that's why we're here, right? Just to find out shit, fix shit. I mean, if I don't do it, who is? Nobody. That's who. What's this? Oh, that's that. Okay. That's the logo, and then my name, categories, wheel, fictions, which don't show up. Those should show up. I don't know why they're not. Okay, let's go back over here. Whoops. See, there we go again. Camera just decided not to play along. Ugh. Here, turn this off and then on again. Go. Now I'm in. I do like this fun thing. I'll show it with when I go to stream elements and we fake some shit here. Dash tools, overlays, and this one. Like the way this like alert works. We did this. Oh, what? You turd. That's not the way that's supposed to work. Hmm. Well, at least the something stuck in my throat. At least the sound works and the thing at the top worked. Why is my that this? Nope. That shouldn't have to be there. I don't think. Does that have to be there? Because that's really dumb if it does. Nope. Changes colors, just doesn't show the alert. That's weird. And it goes back to green. Yeah, it should be putting things on the screen. Oh well. That's you know, again, as I said to Napalm earlier, wouldn't be streaming if something didn't break. So do this. I did get hot though. Like I'm not in pain hot, but like my body is hot now. So clearly, uh that thing did its job, I guess. Now I'm bummed out that this shit's not working because this was the one thing that I did have working. The banner at the top works. At least it'll let me know when something happens. Did you hear that alert? I hope you heard that alert. I heard that alert. I don't think the other thing's not hidden, right? Make sure. Why is this off? Yeah, you heard it. Okay, let's try this spin again and see if this is what was doing it. There we go. That's what you should have heard. I don't know how that auxiliary one went off before. Uh, but it's on now, and that's all that matters. I'm guessing you heard it that time because you really should have. I wonder what else is not working tied into that. That's just a sound, so that shouldn't be. Okay, good. I don't know. I don't know. What else needs to be done here? Uh, this working? This I'm gonna disappear again because I guarantee this camera's not working. I was correct. I was correct. Don't I don't know why my camera clones disappear every time. Boop boop. Hey, look who's back. It's me. It's me. It's me. The do double G. I need to. I guess no, I don't have to do anything in here because all my like the screens over here, they're all working. Um, Shout out to Dumpster for the um Rip It over there. Still shows up every now and then. Yes. Uh, I don't know what else to do here, friendo. We've been going an hour and 40 minutes now, so um I didn't even play any games, but I guess I said I wasn't gonna play games, right? Uh well, let's talk, Faceless. How what are you doing? How have you been? I'm gonna eat some more of these peanuts because fuck it. I don't like my anus anyways. How's medical conditions with you? Still fun? Still having a good time? Yeah, if I'm eating them for fun, then clearly they're not hot enough. Go out every day? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's the way you gotta live life, man. Every day, every life is a daring, every life. Yeah, every life is a daring adventure. Every day is a daring adventure, is what I was trying to say. I've only been drinking water. Um, yeah. You missed most of our conversation. Back is out. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, who needs one, right? Um, Missed the conversation that Napalm and I mostly started um, with another friend, Ed. And he was like, "Oh, clearly some shit happened in your lives." And I was like, "Yeah, more so in Napalm's, but yeah, I was kind of tangentially there as well about all the, horse shit that happened earlier. Napalm in the flesh and love of Dr. Hot Dogs and you spill. Oh, that's cool. So you like met internet people. That's gotta be weird. Why am I on this camera? Let's go back to this. Um, yeah, I've only ever trying to think. So there's a person who I used to talk to on Twitter. Um, from around my area, and I did not realize that his niece, I think, went to the same school as my son until both of us ended up talking about the same thing that was happening at the school at the same time, and we did kind of the Spider-Man thing of like, "Oh, oh, oh, oh." And I saw him at a event and went over and said hi to him, basically, in that awkward, nerdy, weird thing. Um And that was maybe the only time other than, like, random internet dating that I used to do back in the early 2000s. Um, that was the only time I think I've ever met anybody off the internet. No, I don't think I've ever done it before or since. Yeah. I don't know that I'm really opposed to it. It's just in spite of what outward persona I put on camera here for video games and people that I'll probably never see, I'm really an introvert, like extremely. Uh, and I don't like to leave the house. It's hard enough for me to leave the bed. It's like maybe a good 15, 20 feet that way, to come into this room to stream. And I haven't been able to do it for several years. So getting back to this was a real struggle. There's still that tractor beam on the bed every time I walk past it to come in here where I'm like, I gotta go stream. Or I could just go over there and lay down in the bed and be super comfy and watch TV like I always do. So I have to break away from that every time I come in here, which I've now done twice in 2 weeks, which I feel pretty happy about. That feels like a good start. I have missed all of you guys. That is one thing that Napalm and I were talking about. How I was saying that, like, right, right in the height of and right after the height of the pandemic, um, Twitter, god damn it, Twitch was really like the most fun I have had. Uh, in a very long time with people that I had never met in my entire life. Probably won't meet in person, to be honest. Um, but I cared a lot about, and you know, I it was like a group of like 10 of 12 of us, and we were always on. Somebody was always fucking on, and we were always heckling somebody and having a good time. And like I told him, like I would get done with doing whatever I was doing, and then I'd go and lay in bed and watch what everybody else was doing on Twitch. And I got like no sleep. I was running on like 5, at most 6 hours of sleep a night, and didn't give a shit because I was having so much fun. Um, and then like 3 years ago, everybody just kind of vaporized and everybody disappeared. There's been like Napalm has kind of still done it, and Lunar has definitely still done it. But like other than that, like you look at everybody else's Twitch account and it's all like has no videos, no records of this, no one's been on in fuck it. Who is this person? Like there's no nothing, and it's just weird. So like I wanted to come back to, as I told him, like to try and get the band back together more than anything. Um and I have definitely missed doing this, even if it's just this, even if it's just hanging out and chatting with people uh, that I had a connection with before that I want to get a connection with again. Um, like I've definitely missed everybody, and my mental well-being has missed doing this, and I needed a creative outlet, and I'm happy to be back. I am excited to do more stuff. I don't want to, not that I was burnt out before, but I don't want to burn myself out. I want to slowly ease my way back into this. Because I don't want to get to that point where I'm like, oh, this is a job and I have to do this every night, and I don't want to do that again. Not that wasn't doing it every night as a job before, but I definitely had a schedule of doing certain games on certain nights. And I felt like when I missed one or two, it was like, what's the point? Fuck it. I've blown everything up. I don't. There's no point in me going on doing this streaming thing anymore. I've I have let everyone down, even though that's like not the case at all. But whatever. I'm enjoying being back. Um, and at some point, I'm going to play video games. Probably not tonight, though. As I said, I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting for my son to get home and chit chatting with the folks out there about all the bullshit in the world. Speaking of, I started playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 I guess this weekend. No, what is today? Today's Thursday. So no, like this beginning of the week. And boy, that game really kicks your ass in a way that I'm really thoroughly enjoying. Um, it is like a weird medieval walking simulator in a lot of ways. Um, it's like Red Dead meets medieval times, I guess. And I really like that. I have died so many times for some bullshit, and it's always been my dumbass fault. This earlier and lost a lot of progress, which is really demoralizing in ways because when you win fights in that game, it's like I don't know if you ever played Bushido Blade, um, but Bushido Blade was a game where like when you won a fight, you felt like you had gone through some shit to get to win that fight. And some of these fights with some of these people, man, I'm not starting fights. They're starting them with me, and it it's tough. And when you lose and die and literally lose like 3 hours worth of progress, it's like, oh, that's like I said, that's really demoralizing. And you're like, I'm just going to turn this off and walk away. But every time I lose a fight, I know it's my fault. It's not the game. Although I did have some rough times. I was fighting a pack of wolves to try and get my dog back. And there's a stamina meter, which I'm fine with. But there was some weird collision, I think, that I wasn't dealing well with. And I feel like my character was getting caught up in the geometry and it was very annoying. I ended up winning, but got my dog, which I'm very excited about now because that's apparently a really key thing in that game is to have this dog to help you out. Uh, and so like, but it's cool because you figure shit out, right? Like you're banging your head against the wall and you're like, this clearly isn't working. I got to do something different. So like I was walking down a path. There was a dude who was getting mugged by two bandits. And every time I got into a fight, like I was trying different ways of getting. Well, the first time I tried to get past him, like, "Hey, that's your business, man. I'm just gonna walk past you." And the guy was like, "No, no, no! Like, come back here." And I was like, "God damn it! I don't want to fight you. You murder that guy and take his stuff. Like, just let me go. You got his stuff. I'm just gonna leave." And they weren't having it. So I died several times to them, multiple times to them. And I was like, clearly I'm doing something wrong. Maybe there's something else I can do. So I started sneaking around them, like trying to circumvent this whole fight. And I stumbled into their camp where there was another bandit there who was, I guess, just like tending camp or whatever while these other two dudes were off. So I rolled up behind him. I snuck up behind him, which is not easy to do in armor. Choked him out. I had to kill his dog because his dog was attacking me. So I choked the guy out, looted his body, took all of his armor, looted the camp, took everything I could, killed the dog, and then I ran back to my save point because saving is a whole thing in that game. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go back and see what's up. So I go back to, instead of going to the bandits, I go back to the camp again, and the dude is like in his underwear sitting on a log, like basically talking to himself, like, what the fuck? What happened? Like, I don't even what happened? And I snuck up behind him again and choked him out again. And all I could think of was like a John McClane, like, how does the same thing happen to the same guy? um, and I guess his bandit friends just left him. Like they never came back. Or maybe they came back when I wasn't there and they're like, all our stuff's gone. I guess we're moving on. But like that's that game. Like you just beat your head against it forever until you figure something out. And then you're like, oh, no, this is totally the way to do this is to go about doing it this way, not that way. Um, and it was fun. Like I really enjoyed that. Hmm. I actually just bought Splintered Fate for the Switch 2 or the Switch, I guess, because it was in weirdly enough a Woot box, super cheap, and I got the pizza box edition or whatever it's called. It had a whole bunch of shit in it, like a comic book and some I think there's some posters in there, and then it came with a set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle dice, which is real dumb. Um, and I'm a fan of big dumb, so but I haven't played the game yet. Uh, it seemed to me, just looking at it, it seemed to me to be kind of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meets Diablo kind of thing, where like you're kind of going into instances and fighting, but you're picking up gear. I think is that one. There's several Ninja Turtle games that have come out in like the last 2 years that have all kind of run together in my head. But it seems cool. It had Casey Jones in it. I was like, all right, cool. Like it's got him in it, and I think April is in there, maybe as a character. I was like, whatever. I'll play that. I enjoy those characters. Um, but I haven't given any time to it yet. Let's check in on my son and see if he's still there, as it is 10:38, and he shouldn't be, but he is. Yep. Still the same place, there for 21 minutes. He's at a diner, and I don't know. A, she isn't playable so far. Okay. A, he doesn't like a lot of diner food. B, I don't know that he has any money. And C, he's in my car. So a lot of shit going on right now with that whole thing. Um, what other games you playing? You playing anything else fun? Pulling chunks of peanut out of my teeth over here, and they're still kind of spicy. A little spicy. Wait, it's crushing on a weakness. He might be. Who knows? I haven't been to that diner in, boy, better part of a decade, I guess. It's not far from our house, but it was cool. It's got diner food, you know. It's got 4,000 things on the menu, so you can get lobster or you can get like a peanut butter and jelly. I don't know. I feel like I'm hearing music, but like there's no music anywhere around me, and I'm gonna try and leave as soon as possible. Haven't gotten food yet. Well, how the F are you paying for it? Started chasing static. A little PS1 style horror game set in Wales. I have not heard of that. I guess it's on PC. I started playing It Wakes the Deep, I think is the name of it, not long ago, and that was kind of cool atmospheric horror game on a oil rig in the ocean. PS5. It's on Steam too. Gotcha. Um I guess he does have some birthday money. Didn't know you had any money. Try to be as close to 11 as you can. This is your first time being out like this. Still makes it deep as rad. It was a Microsoft president. Yeah, it's cool. I played maybe 3-4 hours of it. Something pulled me away from it, but um it made me nervous because I have a very real fear of deep dark water. and I get really nervous about any part of that, any respect of it, even playing it in video games. And I'm really hoping it's not in that game at all. For instance, the I finished not Eternal, Doom Dark Ages. There's a section in Doom Dark Ages where you have to swim through some very deep, very dark water to get from boat to boat, and I was profusely sweating. Um, Sitting in a recliner in my house with the lights on, playing with an Xbox 360 or Xbox 360, Xbox One controller in my hand, knowing that I'm perfectly safe on dry land and fucking hated it. It was great, but hated it. Oh my God, I hated that part. I just thinking about it makes me sweat. Um, I loved that game. That game was so good. I played through it on Xbox and then bought it on PlayStation because I enjoyed that game so much. Um, and which is really funny because I absolutely hated Doom Eternal. Could not give that game any more time. Loved Doom 2016. Hated Doom Eternal. Boy, and I tried to go like I finished Doom Dark Ages and was like, you know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe I need to give this another shot. Went back, fired it up, got about two-thirds of the way through the first level and was like, nope, this game just sucks. I hate this game. It felt like Doom meets Call of Duty. And I know that that was kind of what they were going for in the beginning, but that they changed it to be Doom Eternal. But something about that game felt more like Call of Duty and just bullshit, and I hated it. I don't not a big fan of I don't know, platform centered like first person shooters or any real platformer like hectic platformer like that. Like I'm not a big fan of those anymore. And that just felt like what they were doing with Eternal. Yeah, it really did. Like I remember the first time I played it, I got through, you know, I would say double digit hours of that game. I at least got to the point where you get the super shotgun, or if not the BFG, it was probably just a super shotgun. But there was a lot of like grappling hook and stick to the wall and jump this way and time this and like jump and then dash in the air and grappling hook and do whatever. And I was like, man, this ain't Doom. Like, call me a stickler for like the old school, but like this ain't Doom. Like, I want to walk into a room full of dudes, shit my pants, and then like circle strafe around everybody as I'm trying my best to stay alive. Like, that to me is Doom. That's why 2016 stuck out so much for me. It was like, yep, this is exactly what I want out of a Doom game. And somehow in uh Dark Ages, they managed to pluck out the few little things from Eternal that worked and plug them into like a medieval setting, and I loved that game. God, that game's so good. Just got my order. I'm paying now. Someone who's covering the crew bill as well. What? I'm paying someone who's covering the crew bill as well. I don't know what that means. But yes, I totally agree. Asking way too much out of my 47, 48-year-old hands. I can't do that anymore. That's not me. That's why I get so pissed off at people that are like, "Oh, you need to get good at these games and you needed to practice and do it." No, I don't. No, I don't. And here's why, because I'm 48 years old almost, and I don't have time for your bullshit. I don't have time for your bullshit. I want to play your game. I think your game looks great and fun, and I want to play it. But like, if you're gonna force me to do a bajillion things and there's no way for me to make it any easier on my old ass hands, no, I'm out. I'm out. Just like people that like ranted and raved about um fuck is the name of that game? uh the Ring game, Eternal. What? Why can't I not think of what that game is? Anyways, the Dark Souls new one. Uh, I can't. I can't play the game because I got to the first boss and it laid me out in like a half a second. And yes, Elden Ring. Thank you. Um, and I was like, I don't. I don't have days, weeks, months, whatever to dedicate to figuring out the patterns and the fucking frame counting and whatever. Like, just give me a goddamn difficulty like drop. I don't care. I don't care about what you think is the purity of your game. I don't give a shit. You have my money. Like, why should I give a fuck about what you want the difficulty to be in a game? Like, if I want it to be fucking Mickey Mouse Happy Hour and just roll through and be a god and kill everything, like, why does that matter to you? Like, I'm not hurting you. I've already paid for your game. Anyways, I played multiple hours of that game after everybody was like, "It's the greatest game ever. You should see this place." And I was like, "I do want to see that place, but not when it's literally gatekept by things that I can't fucking deal with." So, can't do it. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, it's all about, animation priority and like, not so much counting frames, but like knowing when you can dodge, knowing when you can parry and doing, this and that to counteract all those actions. But also like I just don't care. Give me an easy mode and let me see what's in your game. Like that's the part that makes me so mad. That game is multiple hours, multiple tens of hours long, and I will never see any of it. Now, if that game drops below, let's say 25-ish dollars on Steam, then I may buy it and then throw it through the cheat engine and just walk my way through that game because I want to see it. I think it does look amazing, but I'm not going to dedicate my time. I do not have time in my life for learning every in and out of your game. I just don't. I don't. I have things in my life I care far more about than doing that. And that's me being old. I don't give a shit. Like I've been playing video games longer than most of these people that have been alive. I don't care. Call me what you want. It's not going to bother me. I want to see what your game looks like, and you're gatekeeping me from seeing what your game looks like. Then whatever, I'm done. I'm not gonna fall for that trap again. They come out with an Elden Ring 2 and there's no difficulty slider. Well, good for you. I'm not doing it. And Elden Ring, not for me. It is hot as shit in this room now because my computer has been running, and the fan that is over here is not doing it. It is not hitting on much. I am not feeling it. I forgot to turn the fan that's on over there or that is over there. It will blow directly on me, and that sucks. And it's also almost 11 o'clock. Hopefully, my son should be leaving here, coming home, which means the garage below my ass is going to start vibrating really loudly, which I kind of want to see if you can hear it. Maybe I will wait. Let's see where he is. He said he was leaving. Did he leave? Mm-mm. Live action updates here. Nope, he's still there. All right, well, oh well. I should put like a fun QR code on the bottom of this, other than this QR code, and see if anybody actually catches it. Did I ever tell you? Did I ever tell you what the QR code at the end of my streams is? Let's see if I can pull up the actual screen here. I actually don't know where it is because it's just in the video that I made. Uh, hmm, where is that? That's a good question now that I'm trying to find it. Random images, maybe? Yep, there it is. All right. So this shows over screen was made by, oh, you can't see it. It's with the tape. This shows over screen was made by the great Buzz Click of multiple t-shirt fame on the Giant Bomb. He and I became pretty good friends over that span of time, and he's a wizard when it comes to graphical design because that's literally his job. And I was like, dude, I need an end show scene and I want it to be kind of involved. Um, I was like, I just wanted to say, shows over, thanks for watching, and then like be kind of graphically wild. And he's like, okay, and like spit this out in like, an hour's time. And I was like, what's the QR code? He's like, no, you have to figure out what the QR code is. So I don't know if, let's see, can I zoom in any on this? Whoa, hell yeah, I can. Whoa, whoa. That QR code, let's see if it'll work for me. Yep, it does. So if you take a picture or if you go to use that QR code, it works. I enjoy that QR code quite a bit. But I don't know that no one has ever said anything to me about it. I don't know if anyone has ever actually found it um, and done anything with it, but it makes me laugh. And that's all I'll say about that. I'll leave that to you to find out if you got a shot of it quickly enough. Um, but in all honesty, it is very hot. I have been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes at this point. I didn't accomplish almost anything that I wanted to, which is par for the course, I guess. Which means I will have to do this probably on my own because as soon as I start talking, I forget everything that I'm doing. Back. I'll check it later. Okay. I mean, it's on all my videos, literally. It's the end of my stream. I'm going to sign off for the evening. And then I will probably be back. If not sooner, I will definitely be back next week. And maybe we'll actually start playing some games. If I can get my Persona screen or my Persona overlay fixed or my Sniper Elite overlay fixed and working, then maybe we'll do some actual streaming. Thanks to you for sticking around, Faceless. Thanks to Napalm and Days Off, who was here for like a hot second. Thanks to Ed for showing up. Anybody else who might have been out there watching me flounder around trying to get my sea legs again, stream legs. I'll figure it out. Anyways, thanks again, everybody. I will be back next time with more hot bullshit and less hot nuts. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know where I have to go to turn this off anymore. It's been a while. But I will say this. Hit y'all on the flip flop.
If I want to go to the arcade, like, I am going to go.
high score.